Have you ever wondered what football would look like when one generation finally passes the torch to the next? What happens when the greatest player of an era is compared to a teenager who has only just begun his journey? And could we really be watching the start of football's next global superstar? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring one of the most fascinating conversations in modern football, Lionel Messi versus Lamine Yamal. If you enjoy premium football documentaries, make sure to subscribe for more. Now, let's begin. For nearly 2 decades, Lionel Messi has been the standard by which attacking players are judged. His extraordinary vision, close control, balance, creativity, and ability to decide the biggest matches have made him one of the greatest footballers in history. From his unforgettable rise at Barcelona to lifting the FIFA World Cup with Argentina in 2022, Messi built a legacy that inspired millions around the world. But football never stands still. Still in his teenage years, Yamal has already shown a level of confidence and technical quality that is rare even among experienced professionals. Coming through Barcelona's famous La Masia Academy, the same academy that helped shape Messi, he quickly proved he belonged on the biggest stage. His fearless dribbling, quick decision-making, and maturity under pressure surprised football fans across Europe. The similarities between the two players naturally sparked comparisons. Both are left-footed. Both developed at Barcelona. Both love taking on defenders and creating moments that seem impossible. But similarities do not mean they are the same player. Messi's rise was built over many years of relentless improvement. When he first entered Barcelona's first team, he wasn't immediately the unstoppable force the world would later witness. He worked tirelessly to improve every aspect of his game. Season after season, he became faster in thought, sharper in execution, and more complete as a footballer. Yamal, meanwhile, is only at the beginning of that journey. What makes his story remarkable is not that people compare him to Messi, but that he has remained calm despite the enormous expectations. Every outstanding performance brings new headlines. Every brilliant dribble leads to new debates. But football history has shown that early success is only the first step. The hardest challenge is maintaining that level year after year. Barcelona has seen many young talents arrive with enormous promise. Some became club legends. Others struggled with injuries, pressure, or consistency. That is why patience is so important when evaluating a player as young as Lamine Yamal. Even so, there is no denying his talent. His ability to receive the ball in tight spaces, attack defenders with confidence, and create chances for teammates reflects a football intelligence far beyond his age. Instead of hiding from responsibility, he often demands the ball during difficult moments, a quality shared by many of football's greatest players. Still, comparing him directly to Lionel Messi creates one of the biggest challenges any young footballer could face. Messi's career includes countless league titles, UEFA Champions League triumphs, Ballon d'Or awards, major international trophies, and thousands of unforgettable moments. Very few players in football history have reached those heights. For Lamine Yamal, the goal should never be to become the next Lionel Messi. His greatest opportunity is to become the first Lamine Yamal. The more you watch Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal, the more you notice that they share certain qualities, but the deeper you look, the more their differences begin to appear. Messi's greatest strength has never been speed alone. It has always been his football intelligence. He sees passing lanes before defenders even realize they exist. His balance allows him to glide past challenges, while his vision turns ordinary attacks into unforgettable moments. Throughout his career, he evolved from a gifted winger into a complete playmaker capable of scoring goals, creating chances, and controlling the rhythm of an entire match. Lamine Yamal brings a different kind of excitement. His first instinct is to attack. When he receives the ball, he immediately looks to take on defenders. His quick feet, explosive acceleration, and fearless mentality make him one of the most unpredictable young players in world football. Even experienced defenders often struggle to predict his next move because he plays with confidence far beyond his years. Another impressive part of Yamal's game is his decision-making. Many young wingers rely only on flashy skills, but Yamal often knows exactly when to dribble, when to pass, and when to slow the game down. That maturity has helped him earn the trust of both his coaches and teammates despite his young age. However, experience remains the biggest difference between the two players. Lionel Messi has spent years performing under the highest possible pressure. He has played in World Cups, Copa America finals, Champions League knockout matches, and countless title-deciding games. Those experiences shaped his mentality and taught him how to remain calm when millions of fans were watching. Yamal is only beginning to experience that level of pressure. Every season will bring new expectations. Opponents will study his playing style more carefully. Defenders will become tougher, and every mistake will be analyzed by the media. This is the true test that every young superstar must face. Tactically, both players offer incredible creativity, but in different ways. Messi often controls the tempo, dropping deeper to receive the ball and dictate attacks. Yamal prefers to stretch defenses, isolate full-backs, and create danger through direct one-on-one situations. Both approaches can change games, but they reflect different stages of football development and different tactical roles. Mental strength may ultimately decide how far Yamal can go. Talent opens the door, but discipline, consistency, and hard work keep it open. Football history is filled with gifted players whose careers never reached their full potential. The greatest players are remembered not only for their ability but for repeating excellence season after season. That is why comparisons with Lionel Messi should be viewed carefully. They highlight Yamal's extraordinary potential, but they also create enormous expectations. Instead of asking whether he can become another Messi, perhaps the better question is this: can Lamine Yamal create a legacy that belongs entirely to him? Only time will answer that question, and in football, time is the greatest judge of all. As Lionel Messi enters the later stages of one of the greatest careers football has ever seen, millions of fans know that moments like these are becoming more precious. Every time he steps onto the pitch, it feels like another chapter in a story that has inspired generations across the world. At the same time, Lamine Yamal represents something every football fan loves to see: hope. He reminds us that no matter how legendary one generation becomes, another is always preparing to rise. That cycle is what keeps football alive. But it's important to remember one thing. Comparing a teenager to one of the greatest players in history can be both exciting and unfair. Messi's legacy was not built in a single season. It was built through years of consistency, sacrifice, unforgettable performances, and an ability to deliver under the greatest pressure. Those achievements cannot be matched overnight. For Yamal, the journey is only beginning. He will face injuries, setbacks, criticism, and moments of doubt, just as every great player has. The question is not whether he can copy Lionel Messi. The real question is whether he can write a story that future generations will remember as uniquely his own. Perhaps one day, young football fans will look back and say they were lucky enough to watch both eras, the era of Lionel Messi and the beginning of Lamine Yamal's rise. If that happens, football will once again prove that while legends eventually leave the game, the sport never stops creating new dreams. So, who would you choose? The legendary genius whose achievements changed football forever, or the fearless young talent with the potential to shape its future? There may not be a right answer, and that's exactly what makes this debate so fascinating. One thing, however, is certain. Football is richer because both names are part of its story. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to subscribe for more premium football documentaries every week. And before you go, tell us in the comments, do you think Lamine Yamal can build a legacy that stands alongside Lionel Messi's, or is Messi's greatness simply impossible to match? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next football documentary.